Hey there, and welcome back. Today we'll be doing a full body yoga routine. So we just hit every single muscle group and every part of our body that we can, just to keep up our daily habits of having our practice every day. So to begin, we'll start off in a cross-legged position with our hands on our laps or on our knees, eyes closed. And we're just going to settle here for a few breaths, just to clear our minds and center ourselves right here on the mat. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, feeling your lungs and your chest expand, and then sighing it out through the mouth. Taking another deep breath in, and a gentle sigh out. Then bringing your wrists together, you're going to clasp your hands and just going to roll your wrists out, going in one direction, starting off small and then slowly rolling it bigger and bigger before we change over in the other direction. And then releasing your hands, you're going to place your right hand on the side of the mat. You're just going to lean over to the right. You can maybe even see if you can bring your right forearm down as your left hand reaches up and over to the right. Really focusing on trying to keep your left bum cheek nice and grounded. Then pushing yourself up straight. You're going to move on to the other side. So bring your left hand down and slightly leaning over to the left. As our right hand reaches up and over, stretching and reaching as far to the left as we can. Pushing back up straight. You can come meet me on all fours in a tabletop position, with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your ankles. And starting with our right leg, we're going to lift it up to the side, keeping our leg bent, just painting some nice big circles with our knee. As we give ourselves a little bit of a hip massage in the one direction, changing over in the other. And then placing your foot outside of the mat with your toes pointing to the side and your heel in line with your knee. Then take a deep breath in as we go into a variation of cat-cow. So breathing in, lifting your chin up, dipping your belly. As you do, pushing your hips back to your back heel. And then as you exhale, chin to chest, rounding your back, and you push back forward. Breathing in to go into your cow. And breathe out to come forward into your cat. 3 more rounds at your own pace. And your last round. And you can bring your knee back and we can move on to the other side. So keeping your right leg grounded, lifting your left knee up, and just painting those big circles with your knee. And then changing over in the other direction. For planting your left foot outside, bringing it in line with your right knee. And going into your cat-cow, breathing in as you move back. And exhale to go forward, seeing if you can look at your belly button as you go for your cat. Breathing in and out. Going through one last round. And then straightening up, bringing your knees back together. And we can just straighten both our legs, coming into a high plank as we hold here for a breath, really pushing the earth away. And as you exhale, lifting your hips up and pushing back into your downward dog. In your down dog, you can just settle into the pose. Maybe walk your dog out, bending one leg at a time, and swaying your hips from side to side. And you can come meet me in stillness. We're going to start with our left leg. We're going to kick it up nice and high for an inhale, keeping that leg straight as we come into a three-legged dog. And as you exhale, placing your foot between your hands as we lower our back knee, raising our hands up into a low lunge. For cactusing our arms out to the side, just gently leaning back. Then straightening up, we're going to heel to our front foot slightly forward before straightening our front leg as we push our hips back and lowering our chest as we come into a half splits, half huddle one. You can use your hands on the floor or behind your back in case you need some extra support. And then bending your front leg again. Then take our grounded right leg and kickstand it out to the left as we come into a variation of Warrior 2, raising our hands, bringing them in line with each other as we gaze over our front fingers. And then leaning back, we're going to bring our right hand down to the mat and straighten our front leg as we come into a variation of assisted side plank. You can either stay laying in this pose or lifting your grounded leg. You can straighten it out in front of you as we come into a falling star. Bring your left hand down to mat, bring your legs together, and in our plank, we're going to slowly exhale as we lower our knees before bringing our chest and our head all the way down. And then hovering our hands just off the mat, we're going to use our back muscles to lift our chest up for baby cobra. And exhaling, placing our hands back down, tucking our back toes as we push up into our downward dog. Moving on with our right leg, kicking up nice and high for a three-legged dog. And then exhaling, placing your foot between your hands as we raise up into our low lunge. For cactusing your arms out to the side and giving ourselves a gentle little back bend. Straightening up, heel toeing our front foot forward before straightening our leg and pushing our hips back, coming to our half Hanuman. And straight bending your front leg again, kickstanding your grounded leg as we come into our variation of Warrior 2. Making sure to really pull your back shoulders back. It's really engaging our core as we gaze over our front fingertips. Then leaning back, bringing our left hand down to mat. We straighten our right leg, bring our hand over our head for our assisted side plank. Or if you do it on the other side, kicking your left leg out into our falling star. Bring your right hand down, bring your legs back together, and once more taking a breath in. And as you exhale, you can either lower your knees again or you can keep them straight as we chaturanga down, making sure to really tuck our elbows into our chest, our ribs. And inhale to either go into your baby cobra or keeping your hands planted, lifting your chest up for a normal cobra. Before exhaling, tucking our toes back into our downward dog. Continuing with our left leg, kicking it up once more, nice and high with a three-legged dog. And exhaling, placing your foot between your hands and keeping your back knee up this time. We're going to raise our hands up as we come into a high crescent lunge. Then we're going to go into another variation of Warrior 2. We're going to bring our right hand forward and left hand back as we come into a twisted warrior, opening our chest out to the left. And twisting back into a high lunge, we're then going to move our weight forward as we lift our back leg up as you come meet me in a Warrior 3. Making sure to keep your hips nice and even. You can either have your hands at heart center, out in front of you, or behind your back. Then bring both your hands down. You're going to place your right hand next to your grounded foot and grabbing your ankle with your left hand. We're going to kick our right leg as high as we can to come into a standing split. And gently lowering your back leg, bringing both hands down to mat. You can kick back into your plank. Once more, taking a breath in. And exhale to chaturanga down. And now to go for your cobra, or maybe even lifting your thighs off the mat for upward dog. And then tucking your toes and lifting into your downward dog. Moving on to the other side, right leg kicking up nice and high for an inhale. Exhale, placing your foot between your hands. As you inhale to your high crescent lunge. Bring your left hand forward, right hand back, opening out to the right for your Warrior 2 twist. Then coming back into your high lunge, kicking forward to lift our back leg up, coming into a T shape for Warrior 3. Bringing your hands down to mat, grabbing your right ankle with your right hand as we kick our left leg as high as we can for our standing split. And then very slowly in a controlled manner, placing your back foot down and then kicking back into your plank. And for one last time, holding your full breath in. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to go for your back bend of choice. Before exhaling back into your downward dog. And from your down dog, you can start walking your hands to the back of the mat. You can come meet me in a forward fold. And from here, we can just hang for a few breaths. Maybe sway our bodies from side to side. And a nice little gentle back release going in our lower backs. And come into stillness. We're going to take a breath in as we lift our chest up halfway, keeping our spine nice and straight. And then exhaling back into our forward fold. We're going to heel to our feet together so our feet are right next to each other. And on our next inhale, we're going to lift our arms up, bringing our hips down. So we come into a chair, going as low as we can. As we hold here for 2, 3, 4. And then bring our palms together and bring it out, hands to heart center. We're going to move our weight forward as we lift our heels up. We come into a flying chair. Holding here again for 2, 3, 4. Before straightening our legs out and coming back into a forward fold. In your forward fold, you can start slowly rolling up, going up one vertebra at a time. Before coming into your full standing of Tadasana, palms facing forward. You just take a moment to catch our breath here, feeling our feet nice and grounded to the earth. And then when you're ready, we're going to place our weight onto our left leg as we raise our right leg up, placing our right ankle onto our left knee. And like before, we're going to go into a chair variation. So bring your hands to heart center. You're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, lowering your legs down, bending your knee. As we come into a figure 4 chair. Finding a spot in front of you just to focus on to help with your balance. As we take one last breath in. And as you exhale, straightening your leg up. And placing your right foot down. And we move on to the other side. So right leg grounded, lifting your left foot up. Placing your ankle onto your knee. Once more, taking a breath in. And exhaling to lower down. Bring your hips as low as you can, keeping your left ankle onto your knee. Finding a spot to focus. As we take one last breath in. And then exhale to slowly stand up and placing our foot back down. You can then meet me in a seated position with your left leg extended out in front of you and your right leg bent with the bottom of your right foot against your left thigh. And squaring your chest towards your left leg, and take a breath in, keeping our spine nice and straight. And exhaling with a fold forward, bringing our chest as close to our knee as we can, with our hands out in front of us. And slowly we're going to roll our back straight We're going to place our left hand onto our right knee and our right hand just behind us as we twist open to the right, pulling our right shoulder back. And if your neck feels fine for it, maybe twisting to gaze over it. Twisting back to center. We can swap our legs over. So right leg straight, left foot against right thigh. Taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, folding forward over your right leg. Releasing your right foot as we come back up straight. And then right hand onto left knee. And left hand behind you as we twist, pulling our shoulder as far back as we can. And maybe see if we can gaze over our left shoulder. Then twisting back to center. You can come meet me laying on your backs now. You're going to keep our left leg straight and grounded to the mat. And with our arms out to the side in a T shape, we're going to lift our right leg up, keeping your leg straight and letting it fall over to the left as we come into a supine twist. You really want to focus on keeping our right shoulder grounded as we twist our head and look to the right. Turning our head back to center, we bring our right leg back, up and down to the mat, and lifting our left leg up as we just let it fall over to the right, twisting our head to look to the left. Turning our head back to center. We can bring our leg back and we're going to bend both our legs. Just going to windscreen wipe our legs from side to side just to release any tension in our lower backs that we could be feeling from the twist. Before straightening both legs, bring your hands to your sides as we come into the final pose of our practice of Shavasana. You really want to find the most comfortable position that you can find, making sure you can relax every muscle and bone in your body, releasing any tension or stress you might still be feeling in your neck or your shoulders. So we just bring our focus to our breath, clearing our minds as we just lay here and relax. And taking a nice deep breath in, feeling your chest rise, and then giving a nice audible sigh out. And start waking your body up, wiggling your fingers and your toes, turning your head from side to side, and bending both your knees. You can hug them into your chest, grabbing onto your shins. We just rock our bodies from left to right, giving ourselves a nice little spinal massage. You can choose to either stay laying down, or you can come meet me in a seated position, your eyes still closed. We just take a few moments to reflect, notice how we're feeling, a little less stressed, a little bit more relaxed. And then bring your palms together, raising your hands towards center. As we take one last breath in, and we exhale and we bow to close our practice. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you're feeling a little bit better, feeling a little bit more less stressed. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to do, and I hope to see you again next time on the yoga mat.